Thank you, producer Brandon. This is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County, about 50 miles south of Nashville, 25 miles south of the borough. And it looks like today the sunny rolling green hills of southern Middle Tennessee. It's that time of the month where we have Warren Wells, the Chief Executive Officer for the Celebration Grounds in Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration here in Shelbyville. Good morning, Warren.
Good morning. Good
to have you in here. And shout out to all those walking horse barns we know are listening in this morning. We appreciate them. What do you want to talk about? You guys, you always got something to talk about.
Yeah.
There's never a dull moment at the Celebration Grounds.
No, not at all. I feel like I was just on here.
Yes, you were. Oh, you were. Yeah. Yes, you were, actually.
Yeah. Talking about different things.
About tourism.
Yeah. Thanks, as always, for having us on and letting us talk about what we have going on. We usually start talking about things that have kind of been in the past and how they went. And so we're coming off of, 3 pretty big shows since last time I was here. We had the American Bluegrass and Mule Festival.
Marty Gordon,
Yep, where you get all those kids out there, several hundred kids going out there seeing them.
Hundreds of kids.
Yes.
Thanks to Dr. Garrett and the school system for letting them come out there.
That's right. And for us, we love it. Just when that next generation is spending all this time on the celebration grounds, it just kind of becomes their culture.
Well, and I'm going to, you got a disclaimer here, too, because you're a mule guy.
Yes.
You still got your mule?
I do. Saw him the other day. I had a friend in from Arizona and took him over there to see him. I just haven't been riding much, but we've been busy.
You use him as a trail horse, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, trail mule.
Trail mule, yeah.
All right, what else got?
And so the Mules show went really well. Yeah. We've had the most recent was like Rose Fisher 2, we had Rack and Horse Celebration here, which we love. It's just another national, world show
used to
that we
be
have.
in Decatur, Alabama forever, and then they moved up here, right?
That's right. So that's some great tax dollars that were spent in Alabama now being spent in Tennessee and Shelbyville.
We appreciate them for coming here and spending their money here.
Yeah, I love that show. It's a lot of overlap between the Celebrations customers and a lot of the same trainers and things like that. So, so it feels like home. It feels like our people whenever the Rack and Horses are there. And kind of the same way for Sheba. So the Sheba had their national show as well.
Tell folks what Sheba is.
Yeah, the Spotted Saddle Horse Breeders and Exhibitors Association. Their national show. They're located here in Shelbyville as well. Their headquarters are, and so we're grateful to have their show as well.
This is horse country.
That's right. People just think it's walking horses, but it's not.
Absolutely not.
And as the celebration is diversifying, so is a lot of ours. Some walking horse barns have been converted to. There's some quarter horses out there and things. So, really, really exciting. So I like to tell people, yes, we are the home of the walking horse.
Oh, that's the big dog. That's the big dog, right?
But we are an equestrian town. Shelbyville is an equestrian town, for sure.
That's why we always say you are hearing it straight from the horse's mouth. right here, Warren Wells today.
That's right. The equine world has built this town, and it may look a little different, but in my opinion, it still is.
Roger that.
So that's the things that we've had. We came off of a great celebration that we've talked about.
That really went well, didn't it?
It did.
It really did.
It did. Between the amount of horses that we had coming through the ring, the weather we had.
Had good partnership with the USDA.
We did. Great partnership with them. And so you put those 3 things together, you're going to have one heck of a show, and we did.
We actually had didn't we have the Deputy Secretary for Agriculture come here?
That's right. Stephen Vaden.
Number 2 guy in the whole United States for agriculture.
Yes.
Yeah, we appreciate him coming down.
Was here and also gave out the award that I typically give out on the last class to the World Grand Champion, which was really awesome to have. To kind of show that we are trying to work together, doing everything we can to keep our industry clean and work with the government on that.
Well, it should be a partnership, and certainly we need to do some enforcement, but we appreciate their partnership with us now. What else you got, Warren?
So this weekend is the one that it's fall break for the local schools. This is the one with the kids.
This is a little more outside the box.
Yes, the kids are ready. So we're
not talking horses. We're talking horsepower.
That's right, and a lot of it. We're talking about equine, and now we're going to go into the motorsports. The motorheads can get a little excited about this one. So we've got Monster Truck Wars coming to town. The trucks are already parked on the property.
Are they really?
Yes. So every day
folks come by and see them, or
you could drive through. They're out there. They're going to look a little funny. So people always ask me, well, how do they get through your tunnels to get into Cooper Still Arena? And so the funny thing is, they put them on small tires, like tractor tires, drive them through the tunnel, and then when they park them there,
do they really?
Yeah. Then when they park them in there, they put the big tires on them. So it's really cool. So I get to drive home every day. I go through the long way to get off the property to go home, and I get to look at all the trucks sitting on tractor tires. Is
it safe to say that those tires are maybe a little more expensive than a $250 Michelin you put on your SUV?
I can't imagine what they cost. The rubber there is probably more than I use. One tire is more than we use in a lifetime for tires.
Roger that. So that's this. What's the date and the times and all that?
Yeah. So it's this Saturday. We're having 2 shows. We're having a 12 o'clock showing and a 6 o'clock showing. So if you got some football games early in the day, you can watch them and come to 6 o'clock, or vice versa. If your team's playing late, come late.
Okay.
So we're really excited about that.
That's a big family event, isn't it?
100%. And so what I tell people is really cool. So to buy tickets, you go to monstertrucks.fun.
F-U-N.
F-U-N.
Okay.
And they've got several different packages. And one of the really cool one is like the pit pass. And so you get to go down there, you take pictures with the drivers, you stand next to the trucks,
okay.
you sit on the wheel of the tire. They got bounce houses typically down there, all kinds of stuff. We're going to have snow cones and popcorn. It is a fun day. The weather's going to be phenomenal inside the arena.
It is. Yeah.
So there's not much more you can ask for, to come to Cooper Steel Arena and have a good family fun.
Folks, come out this weekend, and instead of horses, we got horsepower.
That's right.
This weekend, and come out and do it. What else you got going on, Warren?
So after that will be the 3rd show of the year that the Celebration actually owns. That is the Celebration Fall Classic. And so it is October 30th through November 1st. The Fall Classic always hits that first Saturday of November.
Yep.
And so for us, it's a fun show. Some people have some horses that maybe weren't ready for the celebration. They're going to start working them for next year and start showing them, and so they come out for that. And so it's another great fun show. We typically used to put a smaller ring inside of Cooper Steel Arena and put some tables down on the floor. Last year, and we're hoping for this year.
Nothing like those dirt clods flying on your table.
That's right, right?
Get you right into it.
Yeah, Walking Horse people may be the only ones that like
really
these dirt.
like that.
I mean, they're right up in the action. But last year, we just had too many entries to do that. We were worried about.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, worried about how many horses are going to be in that smaller ring, and we're hopefully anticipating the same thing. So we're going to put the tables up on the concourse.
You've had them on the concourse before, hadn't you?
Yeah, pretty much any walking horse show that's in the Cooper Steel Arena does that. But typically for the Fall Classic, we try to make it a little bit different. But they will be on the concourse. A couple of things to announce on that. If we have time, or if we need to take a break, we can and come back. But we're going to. Since it is Halloween, and the walking horse, families and kids don't get an option to not be at the walking horse show,
right?
And so we're asking all of our vendors and all of the ones who bought tables to bring some candy, and we're encouraging all the kids to come and trick or treat at Cooper Steel Arena for that. So I know my concession stand and my table will have plenty of candy.
Folks, we're talking to Warren Wells, the Chief Executive Officer for the celebration grounds out here in the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration. We're going to take a 60-second break and be right back.
Kincaid's is proud to offer Beauty Rest Black to our customers. Beauty Rest Black represents a leap forward in bedding with sleep climate technology keeping you cool, and triple-stranded pocketed coils to give you luxurious support all night long. Wake up refreshed and ready to take on the day with a new Beauty Rest Black mattress from Kincaid Service Company. 400 Madison Street, Shelbyville, across from the Speedway gas station. 931-684-5662.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care.
Folks, this is Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting, 98.7 on the FM dial here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County. We're talking to Warren Wells, the Chief Executive Officer of the Celebration Grounds out here, the premier equine event center I almost said Middle Tennessee. I almost say Tennessee. I know we got some nice ones out there, but I don't think anybody has the diversification and capabilities that we do.
Yeah, and
I'm a little biased.
Yes, I would say we definitely have for an equine facility. We have probably the most foot traffic coming through. Not many places sell as many tickets as we do for the celebration.
That's true, because when you go to a lot of equine events, and I've gone to them like over in Mississippi and stuff, and you don't get a lot of spectators. It's just people that are showing horses. We get people showing up.
Yes, we do. So what
else about Fall Classic?
So the Fall Classic is one of my favorite shows. I think probably because it's a little less stressful after coming off the celebration with your
but
world.
It's not far behind the celebration. No break.
But what I love about it. So two things that I think are special. So the last class of the Friday night is always the grooms and farrier show, and these are the guys who've been working to get these horses ready all year long. And the trainer
getting it done. Yeah,
that's right. The trainer or the owner gets to go in there and show it off. This class is one where every single trainer is watching. They're supporting their guys and girls, and I love it.
Absolutely.
They come in. They're not all dressed up. They've got their blue jeans and t-shirts on and things. And man, it's fun. Everybody's cheering. That's a great way to end Friday night. And then Saturday night, 99.9% of all shows ends with a big stake on Saturday night. Fall Classic does not. It is we call it the Andy Atkins class, and it is a youth class, and it's how we end our show. And so what I love about it is they pay honor to a trainer that was before my time. I unfortunately never got to meet him, but I've heard a lot of great stories. But a very young trainer who was a Boston Red Sox fan and always worked his horses in a Boston Red Sox hat. And so what we do is every youth that enters the Andy Atkins class gets a Boston Red Sox hat.
Yeah, that's cool.
And this is sponsored by his grandparents, the Sharps.
Okay.
And
thank you to them.
Yep. And so what I love is the kids early Saturday start coming to see Miss Connie, and they start grabbing their hats and things. And sometimes we buy pink ones for the girls, and sometimes the guys wear the pink ones. And it's high competition. It is exciting. So the cool thing is on the reverse. Andy always wore his hat backwards, and so on the reverse, yes, the kids flip their hats around backwards, and I didn't know Andy, but I almost tear up every time, to see that kind of thing. And that just shows the walking.
What a great tradition.
Yes. It just shows the walking horse family and how they come together and support that. And so for several years now, we've had a sponsor that tries to just kick it up a notch. And again, this will be the first time I've announced this, so happy to say for that class, Bush Hog and H&R Agri Power out of Fayetteville are going to do $1,000 to the winning youth.
No kidding.
Yes.
Right. Thanks to them for doing that.
So they're not only riding and competing for the honor of winning that class, they're going to get extra $1,000 cash.
We're talking about hard cash.
Hard cash. And so that just makes it even more exciting.
Well, it's going to make it a little more competitive, too.
Yes. That class is full. I think we've done a workout a couple of times in the last couple of years. So we're real excited and just really thankful for Bush Hog and H&R.
Absolutely. Great sponsors out there.
Bush Hog is involved in every show we have and a lot of different things through the walking horse industry. And then H&R, a lot of people don't realize this, but we use a lot of tractors to operate our facility. And
how many acres you got out there?
104. Yeah. And between bush hogging and working the track.
I was going to say dragging that heavy drag.
Yes. One of our most important sponsors is the one who provides us the tractors, and so it's H&R, and they do that through Case Tractors and Kubota. And so we're really grateful for everything H&R does, and then for them to join Bush Hog and make this class even better is really exciting. So if you want to see that, they play the flat walk boogie too, like it's the big stake, and so the kids get to.
This is the very last class.
The very last class on Saturday. So come on out. We're going to have a TV on the concourse, so you can watch some football games over there if you're really concerned about that. But
there will be some.
Yes. Oh yeah. I'll be one of them.
I was going to say. I was looking at you.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that used to be the Georgia game, so I watched on my phone, watched us lose to Georgia several times. But this year we have Kentucky.
Ouch.
Yeah. This year's Kentucky. Maybe we'll win this one.
Maybe we can win this one.
Yeah. But, this is next Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I just really encourage people to come out. This is a local show owned by a local, the celebration, and does a lot of good things.
I appreciate you talking about the youth as well, because, and of course, during the Walking Horse National Celebration, the youth classes we have, and, it's like you want an industry to continue. It's like a church, right? If you don't have a lot of young people in your church, it'll die out at some point.
Yes.
So, and we've got so many owners out there who do a great job getting their kids involved and
grandkids,
and grandkids, and keeping this tradition alive. So, thanks to all those folks that do that.
Yep.
What else you got, Warren?
So, after the Fall Classic, we have a show coming up that we have never had before. So it's called the Mega Barrel Race. If you'll recall, we had a youth barrel race this year that was huge. Had maybe 700-800 youth here filling up the town, and the company that owns that one has decided to bring one of their adult shows here, competitions here, and so this one came out of Jackson, Mississippi, and so that's where that's been for many years, and so we're grateful for them to move that show over here.
We appreciate that. So we got one from Mississippi, got one from Alabama.
That's right. Yeah.
Let's work on Georgia now.
I know. We're always working, Scott. And so that one's going to be real exciting. We anticipate, 6, 7 or more riders competing. So we're really looking forward to this. 6 or 7. Mm-hmm. It's going to be big. Right. Yep.
6 or 700?
6 or 700, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
Did I just say 6 or 7? Yeah. Well, I'm speaking hundreds.
I'm like, man, that's
yeah, we may have.
We got this great big show. We got 6 coming to this one.
Come out and see all 3 horses. But no.
Barrel racing's really fun.
It is. It is.
I had a barrel racer when I was in high school. I didn't barrel race competitively, but, man, you talk about turning on a dime.
Yeah.
I had to be careful when I was working the cows.
Yeah. My big mule.
I find myself out in the grass somewhere.
Yes. My big mule doesn't move that fast, and I'm grateful. I don't want anything to do with that.
How many hands is that mule anyway? I've seen it. I mean,
yeah, he's 16.2.
I was going to say he's on a 14.
No, and his head is big as my entire torso, and he's like a big golden retriever. He just wants to be in your pocket all the time, and he's a little too big for that. But
Roger that.
But he's sweet.
Well, come out and see the barrel races. That's a lot of fun, and again, it's family fun.
Yeah. And then after that, we actually have a weekend off, Scott. It will be one of the first weekends off we've had in a while.
Did the board approve that?
I know.
A weekend off? I don't remember that.
We're trying to fill it, much to the chagrin of the staff. But no,
good. Y'all need a break.
Yeah, you really do. 45 weeks worth of events this year, and we don't get many weekends off really.
Weren't we like at 30-something at one time? Or?
Yeah, I want to say like my first year, I think we had a 28, 29
around 30 or so
on the calendar, and so I mean that's a pretty big growth.
And a lot of these things, I know a lot of them are a couple nights, but some of them are 4 or 5 nights, right?
Yeah, that was one thing that we had the celebration that was more than 2 weekends, and then after that we really didn't have anything that got past Thursday through Saturday, Sunday kind of thing. But now I want to say we're probably up to 6 or 7 that'll hit 2 weekends or multi-week, which that you always hear it, and I'm sure people are tired of hearing me saying it, but I mean that's what brings money to the economy. That hotel stays, that they have to eat 3 meals here they have to buy the diesel to leave town. That's where the money comes.
And I know at the board meeting last night we were looking at the economic impact of all these shows, and I know at some point you'll be prepared to release that, but it's amazing how much money gets put in this local economy here.
Yeah.
We're not talking hundreds of thousands, we're talking millions.
Yeah.
And
the increase has been millions over year to year.
They're eating in our restaurants, they're staying in our hotels, they're shopping in our stores, and we appreciate that.
Yes.
And most city and county government does too.
Right.
Tax.
Right. And the genesis of the real increase in events was when we bought the new footing, the new dirt for the indoor arena. That really
call that a game changer.
100%. It truly has. It really allowed us to diversify. Some of these events, when I talk about speed, so barrel racers, mounted shooters that you always hear me talk about, I mean they never really could have performed on the footing that we had before.
They don't use concrete type footing.
Right. It was built for that show horse, that celebrate, that walking horse, and we worked with Kaiser out of Texas, and really
the dirt experts.
Yes,
literally,
they know what they're doing. I mean,
I didn't realize there were so many types of dirt till we dealt with them.
That's right, and the Rainers are probably the ones that have the most finicky for their dirt, and the big
Those
national
are the ones they slide the horses.
Yes. The big national Rainers, they only allow one family to work their dirt, and that's the Kaisers. And so we wanted to really focus on some of those Western disciplines if we were going to diversify. So that's why we hired Jim Kaiser. He did a great job. It was a little bit of a challenge for him because he had never heard. I needed to be really good for speed for barrels, but also I want to be able to get that thing kind of hard again, like the old footing that we had that had a lot of that limestone in it. And I can't thank him enough for how much time he put in to figure out that right formula, and he got it. I mean, we are getting recognized as having just some great footing, and no one thought that we could have that great footing and still be good for the walking horses.
Right,
and we kind of thread that needle pretty good.
A lot of skeptics before that happened.
Yeah, I think people were ready to fire me about the time I got here. So.
No, I mean, but as you said, that's a game changer, and I'm glad you mentioned that, Warren, because that did bring a whole lot more events, because almost no equine breed uses, they won't soft. I'm saying the term soft dirt, but they don't want our concrete.
Right.
We had it one time. That's all we had. So, but I know your crew spends a lot of time working on that and bought expensive equipment to make make sure. Yeah. Warren's always looking at dollars.
Yeah, not easy to run a facility like that. As I say every time.
It's worked out. Though.
Yes,
it was a great investment.
That's
for us at Celebration and for the community.
100% for the community. We have to kind of give a shout out. We did get state funding, paid for about 45% of it, and so it was kind of a way
Thanks
for
to
us.
The state of Tennessee.
That's right, and Senator Reeves and Speaker Pro Tem Pat Marsh helped out a lot. A finance chair out of Cookeville, Ryan Williams, also helped us do that a lot, and so that was many years ago that they did that for us. But it's really accelerated our diversification of the property, and I tell people, it's really expensive to run an equestrian facility. You talk about 104 acres.
We got a lot of fixed costs, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you pay an $80,000 electric bill in the month of August, that's
Shovel Power loves y'all, right?
Yes. I don't know. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. We draw a lot. That's why we pay a lot. But I tell people all the time, we're very unique. There's not very many facilities that are run by a private organization like us.
Aren't they almost all government owned?
Really, mostly are. You have a few select ones that aren't, but we are probably a unicorn in the equine business. And Scott, you saw it at the board meeting last night. One thing I want to tell state officials and local politicians are it's pretty much a 1 to 10 ratio. We get 1, and the local economy gets 10, kind of thing. So for every dollar we get, the local economy is getting $10. So that's why most of these facilities are owned by local governments, because they know it's hard to make a profit doing this, but man, your local economy is really going to make it. So they're the ones that
invest just to make money for their economy.
Yes.
For their businesses.
That's right. Just like they do for any tourism.
But we're a nonprofit.
That's right. But same way that why you pay for the Titan Stadium, why you pay for Bridgestone, because it's going to bring that money back.
Be an economic engine. Yep.
Exactly. And so I just try to tell people that all the time that's we're just a little bit unique. We're kind of lucky. Most of my peers that I see around the country are state or local government employees. Most don't work for a nonprofit like I do.
Well, like Miller Coliseum's owned by, is it MTSU?
MTSU, so
it's owned by the state. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Just very quickly on this one, if folks haven't been out there in a long time, and of course, if you haven't seen Cooper Steel Arena, you really, really need to come out. Just anytime during the day, come out and just walk through and take a look at it.
Yep.
Saw Charlie Mack walking around the track yesterday.
Every day.
Up there. But kind of give an inventory. You got how many acres out there?
So 104.
How many barn stalls?
We can handle about 750 horses.
That's a lot of horses.
If you use our old white barns, and we did for the barrel race, and we'll probably use it for this next barrel race. We
call those the classic barns.
Yeah,
right? The old ones.
The historic barns.
Excuse me, the historic celebration barns.
That's right.
The ones that were made in 19 40 something. But anyway,
yeah. I think ChatGPT may have helped me come up with that name or something. I don't know how to kind of make them sound good.
And of course, you have a stadium that seats how many?
30,000 on the outside.
How many towns of 25,000 can put the whole town in a stadium?
And I think about Scott when we were younger.
For me that's different than you. But go ahead.
I'll say when I was a kid.
Okay.
Thinking that
I was in the military then.
That we'll have about 40. We used to have 40,000 people. On those grounds. And think about, our county is 50,000 right now, right around there.
Almost the whole county can fit in there.
And it's grown that much. So we would during those big nights, we would have more people in that arena than the county held. It's crazy to think about. But even as our town grows, it's still crazy to think about how many people are in that stadium during that show.
So you got the 30,000 seat stadium. You got what is Kels or Cooper Steel Arena seats? A little over 4,000.
Yeah, right around 4,000.
Then you got Champions Arena, which is a covered
outdoor. Arena.
It's outdoor, but it's covered in case it's raining or whatever.
That's right.
And of course, you have what some have called the largest RV park in Middle Tennessee.
Yep.
How many?
200 spaces. 289
I'd
RV
say that's
spots.
probably the largest RV park in Middle Tennessee.
Yep. It definitely
they have new bathhouses.
That's right. 3 new bathhouses, and when we look at our competition around the country, that's where we excel. We have more, almost more stalls than most, but definitely more RV spots than most.
And every one of those RV spots pays hotel motel tax to the city, right?
Yep.
Part of that economic engine.
That's right. I pay that bill quite often.
Well, Warren, we're basically out of time. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, just remind people, Monster Trucks this weekend.
Okay. Come on out.
Check out.
What do they need to bring with them?
Earplugs. It's going to be loud. But come hungry and come ready to have some fun. But check out, you can look at our website. We have 2 of them. So it's TWHNC.com for the celebration or CooperSteelArena.com.
Yep.
You can get a link to the Monster Trucks there, or you can go to monstertrucks.fun to buy your tickets. And then the week after that, next weekend, is the Celebration Fall Classic that we talked about with the fun classes that we have there.
And one more thing before I forget on Monster Trucks. Don't they have like a Monster Truck school bus or something?
Yes.
For kids to get on?
I missed that, yes. So it's a Monster Truck. It's a school bus on Monster Truck, or on Monster Truck tires. You can ride it.
You can actually ride it.
Yes, so they fill them up, go around the arena. And I was talking to somebody
It's
the other
not
day.
like your typical Bedford County Schools bus?
No. Sometimes, like when we get all that rain and stuff, we need this.
We actually do.
Yeah. But I was talking to somebody the other day. I couldn't believe it because it looks like it's really shaky. And I was like, do you feel like you're going to turn over? And they're like, it's the craziest thing. It's like the smoothest ride ever. So
come on out and get your kids on the school bus, right?
Yes. For fall break.
Folks, we've been talking to Warren Wells, the Chief Executive Officer for the Celebration Grounds and the Tennessee Walking Horse National Celebration, about the various things going on in the equine and other special events category here in Shelbyville, Tennessee, Bedford County. Warren, I know everybody appreciates you, and it takes a really strong staff, and you have that out there.
Amazing
staff. A shout out to the staff out there and what they do to keep that thing running, moving in a quality organization, and what everything you guys do to actually make Bedford County a better place to live and work. We appreciate that. Folks, we got 10 government-related talk shows every month right here on WLIJ at 98.7. You can listen to folks out there complaining about stuff or just writing about stuff, or you can listen to folks actually doing the work right straight from the horse's mouth, like Warren Wells today, and we appreciate him coming in. Scott Johnson on behalf of Hopkins Farm Broadcasting. Until next time.
When's the last time you've seen the eye doctor? Don't wait. Whether it's little Carter's first pair of glasses or keeping a good eye on your vision health as you age, your eyes are a precious thing. See personalized care for the whole family and friendly faces at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care on 605 North Main in Shelbyville, across from the U.S. Post Office. Striving to bring you excellence in optometry every single day. Don't put your family's vision off. Make an appointment today at 931-684-2020. Personalized eye care for the whole family at Dr. Hasty Family Eye Care. Visit Kincaid Service Company today to experience the superior comfort of a Serta mattress. Serta has pioneered sleep innovation for more than 90 years, bringing quality products to more than 150 countries worldwide. Serta Comfort is validated by consumers with thousands of 5-star reviews and are designed and assembled in the U.S. at one of Serta's state-of-the-art facilities. Serta's award-winning mattress collections are created by providing superior comfort along with overall support and breathability. Get Certa Comfort by visiting Kincaid Service Company in Shelbyville. Online at kincaidservice.com.
98.7 AM 1580, the leader in pure classic country.
Hi, this is Mark Chestnut. Bubba shot the jukebox last night.
WLIJ